Hello everyone, I'm forecaster Jack Sillin here to discuss the forecast for this upcoming week starting today, June 16th, 2019, and heading through the summer solstice, which will fall on Friday, June 21st. It's going to be a busy one, especially if you are interested in the weather across portions of the southern Mississippi Valley into the Ohio Valley. We're looking for plenty of stormy activity here. That's starting today. You can see we have this disturbance here across parts of Oklahoma. If we move out through time, that's going to slowly drift off to the north and east, moving through the Ohio Valley Monday and Tuesday. Precipitable water forecasts for this time period show plenty of deep tropical moisture. Precipitable water values above 1 3/4 inches, moving up into the 2 to 2 1/4 inch range, suggests very deep tropical moisture available for the system to take advantage of. And the result is going to be, unsurprisingly, several rounds of very heavy rain. You can see that here on the precipitation and sea level pressure map as that system heads off to the east, and then the precipitation total map. We're looking for a general 1 to 3 inches of rain across anywhere from southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas, up through Arkansas, and all the way up the Ohio River Valley into portions of the northeast. Locally, higher amounts are expected anywhere that thunderstorms sort of hang out extra long, train maybe a little bit over the same areas, thunderstorm after thunderstorm. So of course this map will look a little bit patchier in the observed map than the forecast, because the model kind of smooths over some of those smaller scale elements. But either way, if you're in this area, you've seen plenty of rain recently, and there's plenty more to come. So be ready for some flooding, especially in the areas that are typically susceptible. As we move into the middle and later part of the week, we're going to see a sort of attempted reshuffling of the pattern as a deep trough digs into the Pacific Northwest. That system will move in with relatively little fanfare, some rain, maybe even a little very high mountain snow, although most of that looks to be to the north of the Canadian border in parts of interior British Columbia and southeastern Alberta. But nonetheless, if you head far enough up into the Cascades, you might see a flake or two. But what's going to be the important part of this system, even as it moves down here, it's not doing a whole lot, maybe a little bit of mountain snow in parts of Montana. The important part of this system is going to be what happens when it hits the plains, and that is going to be severe thunderstorms. Likely not going to get into that until next weekend, but is something to keep an eye on. And the nice thing, especially if you're living across parts of the East Coast and tired of the sort of cooler, not so summery weather, this is going to be the impetus for a little bit of a pattern change. Not necessarily a total overhaul of the pattern, but a little bit of a switch up. You can see as we move into next weekend, we have this ridge building here downstream of the West Coast Intermountain West Trough. And that ridge will feature some warmer temperatures, maybe a little bit more humidity if that's your thing too. It'll be moving to the east as we move into parts of next week. So I'll discuss that later on, but in any case, if you're in parts of already soggy parts of the southern plains, southern Mississippi Valley, into parts of the Ohio Valley, the big story over the next week is going to be the heavy rain, persistent heavy rain and flooding. Also expecting some heavy rain down here in Florida. We're already seeing that today. It's a little tropical disturbance, not expected to develop into any sort of tropical cyclone, but if you're down in the southern Florida area and your location is one that typically sees flooding, even in sort of marginal events, you should be ready for some high water, especially this afternoon and into the next 2 or 3 days or so. That's it for me for now. I'll be talking more weather on Twitter at Jack Sillin and at WEATHER.US. So catch me there. And thanks for watching. Have a great week, everyone.